Here are my tips and tricks on how to find your GLP-1 medication during a shortage. Get ready to like, share, and save so that you can come back later. This is going to be beefy. If you're new here, I'm Kim. I've been treating my insulin resistance and the disease of obesity with GLP-1 medications for 18 months and I've lost 100 pounds. I've taken all of the GLP-1 medications because of shortages and what insurance calls step therapy, so I have some tips and tricks to share. I also run this award-winning educational podcast all about GLP-1 medications, where I interview experts, obesity specialists, endocrinologists, bariatric surgeons, etc., about these medications as an educational resource for you to support you in your journey. Get comfortable. We got a lot to cover. If your prescription is for Wegovy, Ozempic, Saxenda, or Victoza, that is all by a manufacturer called Novo Nordisk. They have had shortages for many, many months, several times over the past 3 years. If your insurance has approved Saxenda and Wegovy, they will likely approve Zepbound. Zepbound and Mounjaro are both by the manufacturer Eli Lilly. I've been on Mounjaro since September of last year. The Eli Lilly shortages have usually been between about, 4 to maybe 6 weeks. I think I've seen some dosages maybe 8 weeks. While Wegovy, Ozempic, and all of the ones by Novo Nordisk have gone many, many, many months. Many, many months. If you can go back to your insurance and try to get approved for Zepbound or even Mounjaro, depending on what you're taking it for, I highly suggest you do that. And it's not because I think the medication is superior. It's because the chance of getting it is higher. To find out if the medication you're trying to take is in shortage, you can check the site daily. Go to the Googles and type in FDA shortage. But as you can see here, Wegovy, see where it says limited availability, and as you go down, it will show that the dose 2.4 is available. A lot of times you can search this site and it will show, for example, right now, that tirzepatide is not in shortage, but you will go to many pharmacies and they will tell you, yes, it is, or they'll use the word on back order. This is because different pharmacies use different distributors. Just because your pharmacy doesn't have it on the shelf does not mean that 1, they can't order it, or 2, the pharmacy down the street doesn't have it. Tip 1, call other pharmacies. You can move your prescription. It's very easy to do. Try Big Box, Sam's, Costco, Walmart. Don't just depend on things like Walgreens and CVS. They're bigger distributors, so they get more product and they have more shelf space. You do not have to have a membership to Costco to use their pharmacy. Then try to consider mom and pop pharmacies. Mom and pop pharmacies, the little guys, they use different distributors. So a lot of times they have access to doses that the big guys don't. Consider driving outside of your city limits to more rural areas where the demand is lower. Even consider driving to other cities. I hate to say it, but it's true. Before you do all this hoopla, if your insurance does cover this, check and see if you can do a mail order for a 2 or 3 month script. Some insurances do allow for this, and it could be a nice easy button to get 3 months at a time. Even though you may end up going higher in dose, you'll have those other doses in stock. This is essential during a shortage. If you don't have your medication in the dose that you want, but you have it in a lower dose, at least you have it. Sick people need medicine, period. And something is better than nothing. When you call your pharmacy, keep in mind they are understaffed. Big time. And there are tons of shortages, way more than just ours. Be very specific, get in and out. Do you have this dose in stock? When will you? If they say, oh, it's on back order, or they say I have to order it, have to order it is not a bad thing. But if they say it's on back order, say, okay, when do you expect it in? Keep in mind, even when they have an expected date, guys, they get intermittent all the time, intermittent deliveries all the time, but they don't know when that's going to be. This is why you have to call every day. Every single day, every single pharmacy. It's awful, but this is how you can make it happen. If all of these tips and tricks fail, please understand that during shortage, you can use a compound pharmacy. Not all compound pharmacies are created equal. As a matter of fact, many companies are taking advantage of this shortage and taking advantage of people. They're offering them research-grade medication, which is unsafe. They're telling them to mix it home in their kitchen. They're giving them salt and having them mix it up in the kitchen. This is not safe. Do not do that. Or they're watering down their medication or not giving them meds altogether. For example, some people will go to a peptide company and get research-grade material that says not for human consumption, and they're not even really a compound pharmacy. If you need to use compound, you want to go to a compound pharmacy that is regulated, 503A, 503B, PCAB certified, things like that is what you're looking for. It is a red flag if they tell you do not need a prescription for this medication. That is not true. You do. Now, I right now am on 15, but if I cannot get my medication in April, I'll be using Join Fridays. I have a link in my bio and a coupon code if that's what you need. They only use 503A pharmacies. They are regulated, which is really, really important. There are safety precautions and batch testing. These are things you want. You want to get as close as possible to what you're taking brand, okay? Deep breath. These shortages do pass, okay? Give yourself some grace. It's going to take some time. Try not to get too frustrated and know there are other options, but try to make the safest choice. Follow me here for more.